Hi, hello from Croatia. My name is Emma and I'm presenting Orvas, company that has two brands, Orvas Villas and Orvas Yachting. So what I'm going to explain you is why Croatia should be your wanted destination and why you should come to Croatia to visit it. So let's start from the beginning. So where is Croatia? Lots of people know where Italy is. So in Europe, near Italy, that's the, let's say, easiest way how to find it. It is just across, you see Adriatic Sea just in the middle of it. So if you Google it through Google Map, you will see how it looks like. It has very long coast with more than 1,000 islands, beautiful mountains, lots of national parks, and actually very, very beautiful and diversity nature. So why you should go to Croatia, to vacation in Croatia? Well, I would say that the first things are beautiful beaches. I remember the days when I was dreaming about going to Indonesia, to Bali, to beautiful sand beaches and so on. And then, you know, I was just dreaming about having bath and swimming freely as I'm used to do it in Croatia, because I was thinking, you know, there they look beautiful. I'll just go inside and I'll swim very far away. And then when I came there, I realized I couldn't do it because you have like streams and then you have sharks and you have some animals inside and you really have some specific beaches where you can actually swim, not everywhere. But in Croatia, it's not the case. So in Croatia, the water is like you can actually swim anywhere you wish. There are no currency and there are no like wild animals that are going to do something to you. And the water are really clean and very nice and actually very warm, so you can really enjoy it. The weather in Croatia is very nice. Actually, you can visit it the whole year. We have also a project of 365 days of Croatia. So it means because of diversity, you have plenty of things to visit during the whole year. But let's say that the most tourists are starting visiting from April up to, let's say, November. Then we have incredible national parks, gastronomy, more than 1,000 islands, and we have very rich culture. Actually, we have 3 cities that are UNESCO cities. And because of its diversity, you can have really active holidays there. Here is one photo that actually shows you about the weather. As you can see, it's a mild climate and not so high temperatures and very warm water. So you can see different kinds of beaches here. So there are some sand beaches, there are some pebble beaches, some stone beaches, lots of different things. Wherever you go to each island, to each place on a shore, you can find a very beautiful place to swim. Besides beaches, we are very famous because of incredible national parks. There are lots of mountains, then rivers and lakes and different kind of islands that are also national parks. And then we have really, really rich gastronomy. Here you can find some beautiful example of cakes and some dishes like meat dishes, then fish dishes, vegetables, and so on. If you have any question, you can always ask me, so there is no problem at all. So we are very famous because of the number of islands. So there are more than 1,000 islands and you can reach it by sailing boats or maybe by motorboat, also by ferries. There are lots of different connections between the islands, so you can easily reach mostly all of them. When we talk about culture and heritage, there are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, so these are just some of them. As I mentioned, we have 3 cities, Trogir, Split, and Dubrovnik. But also we have some other places like National Park Plitvice Lakes, that is very, very famous for the visitors. Also we have Starigrad Plain, St. James Cathedral in Šibenik, and so on. So when we talk about active holidays, there are plenty of possibilities. So whatever you can imagine, I think you can find in Croatia. from horse riding, walking and hiking, I don't know, canoeing, cycling, golf, skiing, fishing, bungee jumping, and so on. So I was thinking what to show you, I mean, what to actually tell you what to do at the first time when you come to Croatia. And I make here just one example about of 7 days private tailored tour. We call it Pearls of Adriatic. So within 7 days, you can discover 8 Asian cities, 1 park of nature, and 1 cave. I did here one example, so you can Google it and find very nice places and photos and whatever. So the first day would be arriving in Split, staying in city of Split for 3 days. And from Split, you can actually discover Krka National Park, Šibenik, Omiš, Radmanove Mlinice, then going to Blue Cave or 1 day sailing trip, also going to Trogir, Bol, and then you go down to Dubrovnik, stay in Dubrovnik, and then from Dubrovnik you can also see Montenegro. So actually you see 2 countries, not only 1 country when you come to Croatia. And these are some of the photos of Dubrovnik and the other cities that I mentioned before. So now as we are actually sitting in our homes in these strange days of COVID, then we are thinking about holidays and what is going to be like holiday in the future. Obviously, we are going to think about something having like privacy, to being alone with your family, with your group, not mixing with other people. So what we suggest is doing vacation, staying in a villa, private villa with your family or friends, or maybe staying in a yacht. On both ways, you can actually do very, very nice holidays, being, let's say, isolated from other people, not being like in a mix of people. So the first one is renting a yacht in Croatia. How does it look like and what kind of yachts we have? In Orvas Yachting, we have different kind of boats. So these are just some of the boats that we have, like sailing boats, motorboats, catamarans, luxury motor yachts, gulets, luxury sailing yachts, motor sailors, and small cruise ships. Well, when you see so many boats and you think, oh my God, what should I rent? There are so different kind of boats. So we have, let's say, two different, let's say, kind of boats. The first one is bareboat. Those are the boats that you rent if you have a skipper license. So if you are a captain, if you have a license, then you rent a boat that is bareboat. It means you can rent it with skipper or you can rent it without if you have skipper license. Those are sailing boats, motorboats, catamarans, and luxury motor yachts. On the other side, if you don't have any license and you want to be with a crew, with people who are going to take care of you during your whole holidays, then we have crewed yachts, such as gulets, luxury sailing yachts, motor sailors, and small cruise ships. Now I'm going to explain you about gulets, because gulets are, let's say, most people don't know what are gulets. They heard about sailing boat, they heard about motorboats, catamarans, but when I say gulet, then, you know, people are just looking at me, what are gulets, what you are talking about? So now let me explain you about gulets. So what is gulet? If you remember Turkish wooden boats, they're actually originally built in Turkey, and they are very, very large boat, very comfortable, and they are crewed. It means they have a crew. They have captain, they have hostess, they have chef, they have a sailor, and all of that crew is taking care of you. Let's imagine that you're in a hotel. So whatever hotel has the same quality of the service gulet has. So it means you have full board. So you can have a breakfast there, you can have a lunch there, dinner there. You have plenty of water toys that actually you can use during your vacation. Usually those gulets are from 3 to 8 cabins. They are very spacious, very luxury. Each cabin has its own toilet, and it can accommodate from 6 to 20 people. So the good thing about gulet is that you don't you don't meet other people. This is just for your company. This is just for your party. And you go actually with your family, with your friends. So nobody else is going to be there. You're not going to share it with the strangers. And the crew goes from 2 to 5 people. So as I explained, it is similar like in hotel. You have the same service, you have the dinner there, lunch there, and all kind of services that hotel has. As this is like a private thing, then actually you are the one who can say, okay, I want to do this kind of itinerary. So you are the one that actually says exactly what kind of holidays you want. So for example, if there is some young party group, like very youth, they're going to say, we want to go to some party islands, we want to go to some discos and so on. And then the captain is going to take them there. But if you are not that kind of people, if you want some very, very nice, calm base, you want to go somewhere to see something very, very ancient, or to be alone, totally alone, then the captain is going to make this kind of holidays for you. What is very important is that we know all this information in advance. So the first step to book this kind of boat is to tell us exactly the period that you are looking for, how many of you are, how many cabins do you wish to have. And then we actually send you several different kind of bullets, and you choose the one that you like. After that, we send you preference list. So it means that you are going to actually to tell us exactly what you are looking for. What kind of meal would you like to eat? Is it going to fish? Is it going to be vegetables only, or meat? Whatever you would like to eat or drink. So we can prepare it in advance, the whole meal plan. Also, you're going to tell us exactly what kind of holidays would you like to do? What would you like to see? What music would you like to listen? I mean, all things that actually you can think about, you're going to write in this preference list, and then we are going to make really these holidays only for you, according to your wishes. So sometimes people ask us, okay, but what do we do on a gullet? I mean, is it going to be always on the sea? Is it going to come to one place to another place, and so on? So usually we are actually proposing you like 7 days tours, 10 days tours, 14 days tours. And each day this boat goes to another marina, to another place, to another city, island, and so on. Usually it goes very early in the morning, so while you are still sleeping, it goes from one place to another place. And then actually when you wake up, you are somewhere in between the islands, or you are somewhere in some destinations for swimming, let's say, for having a swim. And then you have a relaxing breakfast. And after that, you can take a walk in some ancient city to see some places, or you can swim. And then afterwards, actually, most clients decide to have lunch on a boat and then dinner outside in some restaurants, or you can have both on a boat. Sometimes it happens that people have in mind, okay, we don't want to do all things in a boat. We want to maybe to have just a lunch there and then go outside in a restaurant. But the food is so good on a boat that after second day, they said, okay, we really want to have full board, not only half board. And so this is something regularly that happens, because actually the crew is the one that makes these holidays beautiful, not only the boat. We are in this business for 20 years, and we can say that sometimes, you know, gullets can look really, really nice, that you can say, oh my God, this is so beautiful. But if the crew is not good, if the service is not good, then your holiday will be ruined for sure. So what makes the difference between one gullet to another, it's not just a look, it's really the crew. And usually what is a good thing is that the owner of the boats are captains. So they really take care of the clients. They really, like they want them to come back next year, and this is their aim, this is their target. So they're really hard doing everything to fulfill all your wishes that you have. If you are on a boat and the boat is cruising around, then there are different water toys and sea activities that you can have, during your stay on our water. And you can have food and wine tasting. You can actually do some yoga, bike hike, German cruising, or you can just relax, read your book and so on. So it's all up to you. So the question is how the cabins look like. Well, as I told you, it is similar like hotels, but it's not as comfortable as hotels because they're a little bit tight. The cabins can be twin, master, double, or triple. And all cabins have private toilet. So there is a little bit less space, not as big as hotel room. But if you're looking for something that really has so spacious cabins like hotel, then we have very luxury sailing boats. So it is the services, the holidays are similar like on Gulet, but it's a much higher level. So we have more luxury boats than this one shown on these photos. So then the next question would be, who should consider Gulet cruise? I mean, is it only for young people or for middle age or for seniors? So there is no limitation. The ideal is for multi-generational holidays. And the only thing is that you actually have some problems with walking, then maybe this kind of holidays wouldn't be so good for you, because actually you have to come to the boat and then come from the boat. And if you cannot use your legs, then it's not very good. So where to cruise in Croatia? The best area for cruising is from Zadar to Dubrovnik, so southern part. And it is very safe. As I mentioned before, our season starts in April and ends in November, but the best period would be from April until October. High season are July and August, and pre-season and post-season are always better because they are less crowded, there are not so many groups, and they are, let's say, much better for active groups and seniors, so less crowds. But the thing is that right now in Croatia, because of these strange happenings with COVID, actually there are not so many clients. So in any month that you come, I think you will be, you're not going to feel crowd anywhere. I can just tell you that right now, we have like maybe 10 boats that are going around with the clients, and last year we had 40. So it's like 4 times less than usual. So the question is, the next question would be, how much does it cost? And so price depends on various factors of a charter period, of maintenance, size of cabins, number of crews, different kind of gulets, and so on. Minimum price is 1,000 euros. Also, we have high luxury gulets that can have price from 3,500 euros per person. But what you should have in mind that one price is for gullet and another price is for all things that are not included, like food, drinks, port in marinas, fees, and so on. But when you say us the period that you are looking for, then we are going we can create you all-inclusive price. So you know exactly what you're going to pay, not coming locally and then having some extra things. So this is a little bit about gulets and boats in Croatia. And now I'm going to present you some private villas in Croatia. So, Orvas has more than 100 villas all along Adriatic Sea, so from Istria down to Dubrovnik. Some of them are totally have total privacy, so there are no houses around, there are no restaurants, nothing like 30 kilometers, 60 miles, there is nothing around, so very, very high privacy. On the other hand, we have villas that are in some luxury parts of cities. For example, this one, Villa Orhid in Dubrovnik, that has a private pool and a private beach. Usually in Croatia, you don't have private beaches because it is just a matter of law. So you don't possess beach, you don't possess the sea. But in Dubrovnik, there are several villas that are the only ones who can actually, if you're in a villa, you're the only one who can go down to the sea because it is built like this. So this is one very good example of it. I'll just show you how it looks like. It's very, very spacious, very, very modern, and has all facilities as villa has. On the other hand, we have some very old stone houses that are in some small places, like this one is in island of Brač, and that are very close to the sea. They have their private pool, but besides pool, they also have their private bay. For instance, this owner is the owner of one place in a small bay, and their clients can use this property also, like they have totally privacy, so nobody else is going to be with them. So when you book a villa, we offer full service. So what you have is private concierge service that is included in the price, then luxury transfers, private chef, grocery pre-stocking, housekeeping and cleaning, private trainers, spa services, private event coordination, individual tailor-made tours and cars, and yachts rental. So whatever you need, whatever kind of service you need when we talk about villa, we are here for you. So we are a local company situated in Split, and we actually can provide any kind of service you need. So this would be a little presentation from Croatia, and I suppose you will have some questions, so I'm open to all questions that you have.
Sorry, I was unmuting. Matt had a question about the islands. He said, how many of the 1,000 islands have services?
So, yeah, let's say 80% of them. 80% of them have the service, and some of them actually there is nothing there. You can just go around and enjoy nature.
That would be amazing. I've done that in Tahiti. And then he says, I presume if you take the steps into the sea from the villa, you must be able to swim well or wear a life jacket.
Well, I don't think you need life jacket. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, actually, it's very, very safe there.
So, and you said there's no real current there, so that's nice. But if you're not a real strong swimmer, then yeah, probably a life jacket wouldn't be a bad idea.
Here in Croatia, nobody wears it.
That's the nice thing about saltwater. You're very buoyant. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking your time. And in the evening time, it's only 9:30 here, but it's 6:30 there. So I really appreciate your time on a Saturday.
You're welcome. No problem at all.
I will be in touch because